All right, YouTube. Morning. Another episode of Travis doing firewood. So, another time that I forgot my GoPro. Didn't think that it would matter. But on my phone again. Hopefully, this won't mess up the angle or the video. Anyway, so sometimes when I get firewood dropped off at my house, big rounds or whatever. It's coming in a trailer, a dump trailer, or I don't want to move, or when I go to pick up wood and the trailer that I'm using, I don't want to drive in my yard because last time I did that with the maple that you saw in previous video, I tore up my yard because it was wet and muddy that week, and there's ruts in my yard now. So now when I'm mowing, when it gets sunnier out soon, it's going to be a fun job to mow with the ruts. So, in short, the wood it's at the top of the top of front part of my house, and to move it from that part to the lower part of my property downhill, using a hand truck or a wheelbarrow, which is fine because I'm saving on gas. But I'm also beating up my body, and they're time consuming. It takes time. So I decided to get a riding lawnmower. I could borrow my dad's or my brother's, but then if something goes wrong with it, then it's on me to fix it. And I don't want to bang up their stuff. It's not going to be the motor that's going to crap out. It's going to be the transmission, because I'm going up and down a hill, and with a riding lawnmower with a trailer. So the whole point is to ferry the wood from point A to point B, from uphill to downhill, with a riding lawnmower, not a tractor. I don't need a tractor. I mean, people call riding lawnmowers tractors. I digress. To use a riding lawnmower with a trailer, ferry the firewood rounds or whatever I have on the top of the hill, down the hill, on back up. Or if I need to, or even if I have a bunch of bundles or racks that are stored or made down the hill, to move them up the top of the hill at my driveway where the firewood stand is, as opposed to using wheelbarrow if I wanted to, or larger quantities. So I was searching the social media for lawnmowers. Found one. It was $100 and it came with a trailer. Awesome. But it did not run. It needed carb work. Okay. Get it home. It's an older commercial Sears, the Craftsman rider. Had like a more heavy duty horsepower engine. But I got it to run for a bit. You saw it in the other video, and I may have covered this in that video. Got it running, that stops. Had to borrow my dad's John Deere rider for the rest of the day to ferry wood. It worked out, but again, I'm using my dad's, and if something happens, I don't want to have him point at me, because his John Deere lawnmower is worth more than what I would want to pay in a rider for what I'm using it for. So I sell that, and then I find another rider for free this time. Runs is free. The lady just wants to get rid of it. I forget the issues with it though. And so sight unseen, free. I don't ask questions because it's free. But I really wanted something that is going to be hydrostatic, or with the pedal for gas and a pedal for reverse, because it's, at least in my opinion, safer, as opposed to having to put in the clutch and then you shift the gear like 1 to 6 to reverse, and then you let go of the clutch and then it pops, and then you go either forward or reverse. And it's just safer having the pedal where it's the pedal to go a forward or reverse type thing. So the second one didn't have that. It was an older school one, or a cheaper model, which is totally fine. So I put that one for sale, and I just sold it. And looking again, I found this one. You see that? No. You can't see that. I will take a video of it when I get home. I'm on the way back home from picking up a third one in the last few weeks. Third one, wow. That's sad to admit. Kubota rider, comes with a deck, 2 blades. The deck has holes in it. Still runs in theory. Just grass will fly, but it's off right now. I have the parts for it in theory. So Kubota rider, hydrostatic. So the forward and reverse pedals, which was what I wanted. It runs. Back tire leaks air, totally fine. The seat's ripped. Okay, not a big deal. And it comes with a trailer. Awesome. And it dumps. Great. And the trailer holds a bunch of weight. Awesome. It's what I need. But now I have 2 trailers, which is that's fine. I'll sell one of them to make this whole thing not profitable, but so I'm kind of breaking even. So I have my third rider, runs, leaks oil too, but a Kubota brand. I mean, I guess it's known for like tractors, but maybe not for lawnmowers. But hopefully it will be good to go. Not having to be a big hassle, having to work on it, etc. So another installment of videos. I hope I don't have any wood to ferry or move with the new riding lawnmower. Luckily the deck is already off. I'll just store that somewhere, and if something happens, I go to sell it, it comes with the deck, so the person can fix the deck or use it, or at least take the money for scrap metal. I think it's nice having all the parts in one when you go to sell things and not have it be a mystery. I could part with it now, but I think it's good to keep it if I can and sell it with it if the time comes. One of those things where, like, if the engine starts to act up or the transmission is messed up or it's too bad, I think after a few loads of wood ferrying it, it would probably pay for itself, because the trailer's worth $100. The lawnmower is probably worth bare minimum at least $100, maybe more. More running, obviously, was now. The guy just wanted to get rid of it for some cash in his pocket, which is great. But if it acts up, starts to not work, but I was able to use it for a few loads of wood, it's, in my opinion, has paid for itself. It saved time for me moving it from point A to point B, saved my body, my back especially, and so I hope that it will be worthwhile. And the thing is, I guess, time having to like have to hook up the trailer and meet these people and sell them. I'm not big on haggling on price. I feel that all the ones that I picked up and bought or received have been fair, and not having to jerk people around on pennies. You know, it's not worth my time. So I hope that this so I'll keep you posted on the new lawnmower. Yeah. All right, a few months later, update on the Kubota lawnmower, tractor, however you want to call it. I honestly have not had any time to do much on it in terms of maintenance. It was smoking when I first bought it, and the oil level was good, maybe too high, maybe it was added too much oil before, but definitely needs an oil change. An oil filter, just haven't done it, so I don't run it that often, run it too hard. But the tires that were flat, I used some green slime on them. That seems to hold everything on it. I didn't even like clean it, honestly. The one thing I did do is I figured out that the belt, the drivetrain belt, or however you want to call it, the belt, oh, you can see it, It goes from the motor to the back wheels or transmission, or what you want to call it. I'm not a mechanic, but anyway, there's a belt that goes down there. And luckily the deck was already off when I bought it, so that was not an issue. But I had to go, I couldn't find it on Amazon or anything, so I literally had to go to a Kubota dealer, and I couldn't call them because I know they wouldn't understand what I actually wanted, etc. So I went there. Luckily it's in the next town over, and not helpful really at all, but I got the part. I think it was like $25 or something for the belt. I'm sure I could have gotten an op brand, but I wanted to make sure that it would work because I didn't have time to mess around. So I put the belt in myself. It seems to work. The only issue to do with it, with the belt, is when you, because it's a hydrostatic power, where you have the forward and reverse pedal. This is the clutch, or clutch, so then forward and back. But when you run it forward and then you stop, the mower will kind of inch forward a little bit, inch. But usually when I'm stopped and I need to do something, I just turn it off because it's kind of loud. So not that big of a deal. It runs. I'm happy. I mean, it was, I think, like I said in earlier in the video, that it will pay for itself. So I do run bundles and racks up to my firewood stand. It goes from this location, there's wood there for the firewood stand, that goes up the hill, and then to the front of my house is the firewood stand. And I use this to ferry other things, so it has come in handy. Like I mentioned before, and you saw in the bigger trailer, that this came with a trailer, but I already had one from the first lawnmower, which is this one here. This is a older, I think this came with the Sears one when they bought it a long time ago. This thing is a beast. I had to slime one of the other tires on this one, which not that big of a deal, but it's definitely longer than the one that came with the Kubota. So I kept it and then sold the other one. So I guess I'm breaking even, not making profit on it, but I think that does help a lot. This thing does dump. I don't overwork it too much, but it seems to work great thus far. And then I cut a little piece of pine shelving, 1x8 for like a tailgate. Just gonna put this up and against there, and voila, you have a tailgate. So nothing will fall out. So and then I bought a trailer lock to lock it in place. I think this should be a little higher, but this seems to work now better than this thing, or a cotter pin in here that I had before, or a bolt that I just would loosen up the nut and then got bent. So in the view of the belt that I changed out, there's the fan that spins. But yeah, so that's all I've really done to it. But it seems to work well. I haven't seen a lawnmower like it for so cheap that was working on for sale. So that's the update. Just want to end the video on this. But thank you for watching. If you like what you have seen, go ahead and click those buttons. You know what to do. And let me know if there's anything else you want to see. But stay tuned for other videos. I'm trying to post every 3 days. Have a good day and be safe. Cheers.